Alrighty guys, welcome to class today. Today we're going to, today I have prepared us a lesson to go over kind of a review of last class, and then we're going to get into learning, kind of review the preterite and imperfect last class and really got to know what that was. Today I'm going to kind of give you a review of the preterite versus the imperfect with regards to their different tenses, and then I'm going to go into exactly when to use it when you together. Because you can use them in the same sentences, and I'm going to give you examples of when and how and why they're used together. So to kind of get started today, I want to do a warm-up. If you remember the warm-up that we did last class, the Minuto Loco, I kind of have that again. We started last class with the Minuto Loco. Reviewing the what we already knew with the present tense, and so we ended last class with kind of a review of what we did for the learning portion of last class, which was a Minuto Loco of the preterite. So today I want to do a Minuto Loco of the preterite tense, and I want to kind of get a warm up and to get you thinking of it, what we did last class, and so I can kind of right into what we're going to be learning today. So I'm going to pass out this little Minuto Loco to everybody, and I'm going to give you it's a Minuto Loco, but I'm going to give you, since it is a warm up, I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to get it done, and that way, kind of pass it out to everybody. And that way we'll go over it in a little bit of time here. So I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Because I'm on the video today, I'm going to kind of skip over that. So I'm just going to kind of go over the answers here. Today we had 10 verbs that we conjugated in the preterite tense. So the first one is going to be tuve. The second one is going to be ayudo. The third is trajo. The fourth is almuerzo. The fifth is fue. The sixth is hicimos. The seventh is vino. The eighth is dijo. Number 9 is fuisteis, and then that one is the vosotros. I know we don't really work on that one, but our curriculum still wants us to be teaching the fuisteis and vosotros, so we say that one is fuisteis. And then number 10 is going to be pudieron. So that's going to complete our Minuto Loco portion of the Minuto Loco today. So now moving on to the lecture, or the actual learning part of today. Just to quickly kind of go over it, I wanted to go over, I was planning on doing a whiteboard example, but I don't really have that today, so I wanted to just verbally tell you and do your best to take notes with kind of a quick review of what we did last class as well. So I wanted to go over the regular AR verbs for preterite. It's going to be A with an accent on the E, aste, O with an accent on the O, amos, aron, and those are going to be the regular AR verbs in the preterite tense, and then we have regular AR verbs in the imperfect tense, and these are both past tense again, and so that's going to be aba, abas, aba, abamos, aban, and that's going to be the regular AR verbs in the imperfect tense. And then there are irregular verbs as well. I wanted to go over, if I can find it, here we go. And then I wanted to also go over the regular AR and regular ER and IR verbs in the preterite tense. So those were in the imperfect tense, and then these are going to be the preterite tense. So for the preterite tense, we have A with an accent on the E, aste, O, and then amos, aron. So those are regular AR verbs in the preterite. And then, which we just went over. And then we have, for regular ER and IR verbs in the preterite, we have E with an accent on the I, iste, yo with an accent on the O, I-O, imos, and yeron. And that's going to be I-E-R-O-N. So that is the past tense with the, just kind of recap of the preterite and imperfect. Today I wanted to go over the differences between the two and when we use them. So I have this, back when I was in school, my Spanish 2 teacher, she taught us this acronym to use, and it's called RICS Wombat. And so the R-I-C-S stands for preterite, and then wombat, W-O-M-B-A-T, is our acronym for imperfect. And these are kind of the a mnemonic to memorize the way that we are going to use the preterite versus the imperfect in context. So for we'll start with RICS. For R is going to be a reference of time. That's going to be the preterite. And then I is going to be an interrupting action. I stands for interrupting action, and that is the preterite. And then we have C, which is completed action in the preterite. And then RICS S is going to be sequencing. So if you're putting things in sequence of time, that's going to be preterite as well. And so with the imperfect, that was wombat. So for W, if you're describing weather, that's imperfect. If you have O in wombat is ongoing actions, that's imperfect. WOM, M is mental state, that's imperfect, or yes, that's imperfect as well. MB, WOMB, background information. If you're describing something, that's going to be imperfect. Wombat, BA, A is age. If you're describing age, it's perfect. For example, tenía, when you say yo tengo, or yo tenía 5 años. I had 5 years. Or you could say like yo tenía 5 años when something happened. And then AT, and then the last one, if you're describing something in time, like something happened at this time, that's going to be happening in the imperfect. So that's kind of when and how we're going to use the preterite versus imperfect. And today my goal of this class was to make a foldable. I wanted to explain to you what that was going to look like, and then I wanted to make a foldable. On the left-hand side, I wanted to put Ricks, and on the right-hand side, I wanted to put Wombat. And we're going to kind of make the foldable, and so you'll be able to carry around with you when you're doing your in-class assignments over the next chapter, and when you're doing your homework, you'll be able to use that to reference when you're going to use the preterite versus imperfect, Ricks, Wombat. And if you have any questions, we can definitely go over that over class or after class, or you can come to my office hours. But we are running out of time here, so we will be able to make the foldable next class. But I wanted to assign you your homework to kind of practice with that. I will post my foldable online, so you'll be able to see that. And I wanted to give you your homework assignment with the notes that you took today. If you have any questions about it, ask me right after class. But I wanted to show you your homework assignment. So today, here we go. Where did it go? I have your homework somewhere. Okay, yes. So for homework, I want you guys to do a homework assignment, and this is going to be to reinforce and practice what we did in class. The goal is to verbally interact. We're going to do this verbally because in class with the foldable next time, we're going to do a written assignment, so I want us to interact verbally. I want you to record yourselves talking with someone who knows Spanish, so you can practice preterite and imperfect. And the criteria for this assignment is to create a short video of at least 1 minute with sentences including both past tenses. And like I said, I'll have my foldable online, which will be a really good resource for knowing and understanding when to use preterite and imperfect. But we will make that foldable so you can have it next class. I just want you to do your best with what we learned in class today with making that video. Thank you guys. Like I said, let me know if you have any questions.